Hi, this is Brian from Atomic-Moto, and I'm here to do a product review on the Scorpion VX-R70 off-road helmet. Now, we actually reviewed this helmet out in the field and in the studio a while ago, but it is one of the better ones out there, and we actually recently learned something else about it that really made us decide we needed to update our product review video on it. We've got some cool info. Let's get started. Now, first of all, I always like to give a little bit of background about the company behind the products, and Scorpion is one of my favorites to do so. Well, the reason why is simple. Scorpion is a helmet brand that owns their own factory. They manufacture their own helmets. They are not a brand going to a third party, having that third party do the R&D for them, and then putting their logo on it and selling it. Scorpion actually designs, develops, produces, and then sells the product themselves. And because of that shortened supply chain, they bring a little bit more value to every price point, including this one, and B, because it's their own brand, they actually bring a little bit more integrity and quality to the product at every price level. Let me give you a little bit of background on this model. First of all, the VX-R70 comes in 6 sizes. Extra small through 2XL, and there are 2 shell sizes. The break is between medium and large. So extra small, small, and medium use the small shell, and large, extra large, and 2X use the large shell. The helmet has a TCT composite shell, which is their own proprietary design. It's their own proprietary system. Molding's bag molded. The shell is very strong and very, very light. The interior of the helmet, actually let me use this over here, the interior of the helmet is one of the best aspects to it. I want you to take a close look at this. This is the liner out of this Scorpion VX-R70, it's an older model. The build quality and foam used on this is just outstanding. It is super plush and it has a really nice density of foam. The cheek pads have a great facing cover on the outside. They just feel awesome. This is one of the best feeling off-road helmets when you put them on. Just feels outstanding. It's got some other clever details. The visor's not the full, can twist it in every direction like a Shoei, but it does have a fair amount of bend to it, which helps minimize the chances of you breaking the visor if you come off the motorcycle or whack your head on a branch or something like that. These screws look to be made of metal, but they are plastic breakaway screws. That's a very, very important detail also. Does have some other cool stuff like titanium D-rings down here, and then excellent straps, excellent finishing all the way around. Continuing on the interior, I want to show you something else that's really neat about this. I've got this sample of helmet with the cheek pad pulled out, and I want you to kind of get a peek right here at this light colored material. This is a bladder for the Scorpion AirFit pump system. You essentially have a little knob here that you can press multiple times, and it will inflate this bladder, and that will help increase the thickness, the effective thickness of the cheek pads, and help hold the helmet more firmly in place. This is a feature that belongs on more helmets for a very simple reason. If you talk to any helmet manufacturer, especially the really prestigious one, they emphasize over and over and over that helmets have to fit the wearer snugly and correctly. And what tends to happen is that they break in and pack out over time and they get looser. The perfect system for addressing that, to make sure that your helmet does not begin to loosen up and flop around your head over time, is a pump system like in this helmet. It's a really clever feature, and it should be on all helmets. A great idea. There are lots of other cool details, some of which we covered in the previous video, but I just want to show you some of the stuff that we really like about this. Is, you know, it has a little vent here in the front, and there are 2 things about it that are neat. First of all, if you want to, you can slide this lever up and just pop this vent right out, and there is a foam piece in here that acts as a filter that you can pull out and clean. Or also, perhaps more importantly, what you can do is take this out, take this foam out, pop a little hole in here and run your hydration drink tube in through there. And then I'm not going to put the foam back in, but I just want you to show this actually goes back fairly easily, just clips into place. And there you got it. That's a really neat system. Just this little sliding mechanism and how well it works, how well it moves is an example of the build quality in Scorpion's helmets. There's a little rubber guard here which you can remove if you need to use to give yourself a little bit more room for goggles. I'm sorry, I'm yanking that out of there. And that's the nice thing. I actually ran a larger goggle with an extension on it, and the eye port opening is pretty big, and I needed to pull that thing out there, but that actually also gives you a little bit more airflow. There are lots of other really cool details, but what I want to emphasize on this is two things, one of which I'll get to, but one also right now. You can't imagine how nice the build quality is on this product or all their stuff. They bring this helmet in well under the $300 price point, and when just looking at it, everything about it just screams quality. It fits good, it feels good, and it works well on the motorcycle. Let's get to our comments about it. All right, I mentioned earlier that we had used this helmet before and that I actually circled around back to it and tried to do another review video on it. And there's a simple reason why. We were goofing around with a helmet from another brand where the manufacturer's talking about how light it is. And we took that other brand's helmet, we put it on the scale. And it wasn't very light, it was pretty heavy. And so we started actually going around and weighing a bunch of different helmets that we have in our shop. And one of our favorites is this Suomi MX Jump over here, which I've used in the past that I really like. This is a great helmet also. Retails for about $350. It's a nice, lightweight, comfortable helmet with good ventilation. Decent quality interior. Now this helmet is about 2.6 pounds, and that is one of the lightest helmets on the market. Most helmets are over 3.1, 3.2, even 3.4 pounds. This is 2.71 pounds. This one here is 2.89 pounds. There's a little bit of variance, both mediums, but there's a little bit of variance from one unit to the next. However, that was like a for us because this is a very, very light helmet. It's not an ultra light class leading one like this, but at under 3 pounds with that much quality to the interior for under 300 bucks, this is something that we, kind of made us realize, hey, we've been overlooking this and not recommending it to our customers enough. On top of that, the other features about it, the pump system, the quality of the interior, those are all outstanding. It feels really good on the motorcycle, really light. I've ridden in it personally. I like it quite a bit. It is not an outstanding helmet for ventilation. If that's good, maybe average, a little bit above average. Part of that is due to the really plush liner. But that is actually not what I like about it. Again, every product has their strengths and their weaknesses, their characteristics that you like and that you don't. And the characteristics that I like about this are how positive it feels, how secure it feels, how stable it feels, and the quality it is. It is just a smoking deal and a smoking light helmet. And I'm sorry that we haven't been, Scorpion staff, I'm sorry that we haven't been on this a little bit more hard in the last few years, but this thing is really kick-ass. We hope that you like it. We hope that this review has been helpful. We are Atomic-Moto, www.atomic-moto.com, home of the barbers. We are mission focused on getting you the right gear for you, your bike, your type of riding, and finding little gems that exist out in the market that just totally kick ass like this one. Thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you out on the bike.